Los Angeles is always evolving. Areas like downtown and Hollywood have been undergoing a major facelift with the construction of high-rise condos and luxury apartments. But as Nita Lelyveld writes in this week's City Beat preview, some residents who live in these areas are experiencing anxiety living alongside the growing number of homeless people on the street. And Nita joins us now. Hi, Nita.
Hi there.
I think it is the problem of Southern California, of our generation. Certainly it's defining us at this point. How is it redefining the lives of people who've decided to move downtown?
Well, they just, they want to be there for all the great things that there are downtown, the theater and the restaurants and all the wonderful things, but then they get scared to leave their house and they get scared to walk around at night, and so they find that they're having a narrower life downtown than they might like.
And so you found a woman who is teaching a class to help people deal with this anxiety.
Yes, basically her name is Beverly Baker, and she runs a class. She's a martial artist and a self-defense expert. She has a day job as an office business manager, but this is all what she's doing in the rest of her life. She wanted to help people find the tools to get less anxious on the street, really. She's an avid urban explorer, and she loves being out in the city. But if you get really scared, you stop seeing individual people. You just see the tents and you shudder. And you see people on the street and you get scared. But most people around you are living their lives and have far greater struggles than you do, those people on the street. And they're not out to hurt you in any way. So what she does is this class called Asphalt Anthropology, and it's basically a street smarts class. How do you recognize things a couple blocks down so that, if there's an agitated person who's mentally ill rushing down the street 2 blocks down, well, get out of the way, she talks about it as sort of growing your bubble. We have these bubbles around us and we keep them very tight, and we miss a lot that's out there. There's a shocking number of people who are walking into, pretty dangerous places in the city, holding their cell phones, looking down like this, paying no attention to their surroundings. And that's when bad stuff happens.
To be clear, this is, even though she's a martial arts expert, this is not a self-defense class in the traditional sense of the word. This is, though, very much about being aware, anticipating, and heading off a problem before it starts.
Right, and then de-escalating if you're in a situation that's difficult.
So what are lessons that you've learned?
She has this thing called the magic elbow, where you just, like, if you were pulling your hair back in a ponytail, you put your elbow up like this, and it kind of fends off somebody that's coming towards you. It also puts you in a good position if you actually had to do something.
Right.
One of the things that she talks about is disrupting the script, so that if somebody is, you see somebody and he's looking at you and he's glancing at you and he's looking around, there are a lot of tells, she says, that you can start to pay attention to. If somebody looks at your cell phone, they may want your cell phone. So that's a tell. It's like poker, right? But if you see somebody doing that sort of thing, like, is anyone around? I might do something, is anyone around? Sometimes it's just a simple speak to them and sort of jar them off the secret thing that they're doing, or get yourself out of that situation, veer away.
We have seen instances where homeless people, I know in general, they are not violent, but they can be.
Yeah.
And we saw a man push a pedestrian into the street. With horrific consequences. Does she make you aware of those possibilities?
She absolutely does. And sometimes she says there is a fight like hell situation. She's not saying you can solve everything, but she's just saying there are so many things that you can pay attention to that you're probably not paying attention to, and so many tricks that you can use that will keep you away from these situations. What she does is she runs these videos and then they dissect them and they say, like, where was that person's eyes when the person was coming towards them? Like, what are the things that could be fixed?
And Nita, you have to tell me, how's the reaction been to this new column, which you said you wanted to write so that you could connect us all and make us all feel like we were living in little small towns in our neighborhoods?
I can't stop smiling. It's been amazing. People have been filling my inbox with these incredible notes. They're poems to the city of Los Angeles. They tell me all about their lives. I came here in 1946, and there's this woman, Lilia, in East LA, who's written me 2 beautiful letters about how she was scared to move to East LA with her daughter because she thought it was poor and maybe dangerous, and now she lives in this area where the church bells ring, and the doors are unlocked, and the grandpas and the grandmas go walking together at night, you know, I'm just getting these prose poems, and they're wonderful, and a lot of them have story ideas in them for me. So I'm really hoping people will keep writing and talking to me, and I keep telling them, tell me how I'm doing. Give me ideas. To give
From
me as
all
many
over the
from
Southland.
all over the area. Some people think when I say city beat, I won't go outside the borders of the city, but I will.
Yeah.
For a good story, I'll go anywhere.
All right. Thanks so much.
Thank
Nice
you
to see
so much
Anita.
for having me.
Look for Nita's column Thursday at latimes.com. Coming up, a look back at this day in history. LA Times Today will be right back.